Something really interested him because he picked up the pace and did a slow little jog into the bush. Very good morning to all the viewers and subscribers. Finally the horrible weather and bleak conditions have disappeared and the sun has decided to come out this morning. So our plan for this morning is we're going to try and follow up on the lone Imbiri lioness that we saw yesterday, if you've seen in the previous episode, and we still weren't quite sure what was happening with her, but I managed to ask around and get a bit of background, and one of the trackers seemed to think that she was calling the rest of the Imbiri pride, potentially looking for a meal, and she wasn't actually looking for the cubs. So she was trying to find the pride, hook up with them, and then see if she can get something to eat, and then obviously get some meat in, and then go back to the den where her cubs were waiting, and then try and feed them. Last night the Imbiri pride were in Tinswalo's camp. They were actually in the back of the kitchen, so they were very much active and around, busy roaring last night. So we're just going to go out and see if we can try and relocate them or the other lioness and just see what else comes our way. We have this grey heron in one of the small little pans around the lodge here and reflecting him, and there's a lovely herd of impala grazing behind him. We're just listening. I'm sure you can hear there's a troop of baboons calling in the background. Incredible start to the morning. We've come along this road just behind the main dam, and we heard lion audio this morning, and it turns out we found one of the main characters of the virtual safari, and that is the red road male lion. So as Red Road walks towards us, I think it's worth just discussing a little bit about the lion dynamics of late. So when you thought 2022 was ending with a little bit of confusion, I think 2023 is going to be a year just full of that, because there's been reports of the Birmingham Pride coming in. The Imbiri Pride at the moment in the last 2 days has been fairly split up. Mandevu's sort of gone off with the other Imbiris, and in Chile and Lambile have been seen with one or two of the youngsters trailing them. So we're not too sure why that's happening. And then obviously a few days ago as well we found that lone Imbiri lioness contact calling. There's also been lots of shifting in dynamics in the south. The Nauru Pride have been pushed further south, and other prides like the Torchwood Pride have started to move in various places. There's been reports of the Kruger male and the Torchwood male around Pungwe side. So there's a real shift in the dynamics at the beginning of 2023 for all the lions in the Manyeleti Game Reserve. So while we were watching Red Road walking down the road, we heard something off in the bush just to the right of us, and something really interested him because he picked up the pace and did a slow little jog into the bush. But we followed him further now and there seems to be nothing here. We're just going to carry on following him and see where he leads us. He's definitely on morning patrol, but hopefully he might lead us even back to the rest of the Nauru Pride. great to see Red Road. He's looking fairly skinny. He's not looking in top shape, but I think because of all the shift of the dynamics, he's maybe had a little bit of pressure and patrolling more seriously, so he's spending a little bit less time with the Naru Pride and maybe even spending a bit less time hunting. So yeah, he looked very focused and really in the mood to sort of patrol and maintain that territory. So we'll have to see what happens with him in the days to follow. Well, this is truly unexpected end to the morning. We came up north looking for the Imberis. We managed to sight them, and now we've got this female cheetah and her young cub, and she's perched beautifully on the top of this termite mound. There's her cub now. Wow, that is an amazing sighting.